Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. We are waiting for Yogi to join, and let's do some sound test. Can you guys hear me?
Hey, it's Zeros. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome, Yogi.
How are you today?
Very good, thank you. So, everyone can hear Yogi and me. Please write the comments on the comment section so then we can know. Uh, can you guys hear me and Yogi? I had a one hour day negative.
Okay.
Yeah, I think had a good day today. But I could have a 3 hour loser, but space saved me. Your favorite stock.
Yeah, about to say the space is my stock. You should ask before you want to trade it.
So I basically shorted stocks, space.
No, you shorted space today?
Yeah, I
What's
got a
going on
one.
with you?
I got a $1 move. All right, so Melvin, welcome. Jack, they can all hear you. Let's wait a couple of more minutes, and then we can start. I basically today market was a bit uncertain, and I guess I was on the wrong stock. My stocks were not moving clearly, so I chopped on a couple of stocks. Ultimately, everything works out, but it was just chopped me out, and then I just stopped. I say, it's rather than I force trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just chopping me.
Yeah, I used to force myself on new trades when I started to trade because the FOMO. I always felt like I'm missing the best trade ever in my next trade.
That's true.
And I always say, okay, I'll take another more. And I used to close a winning trades just to look for a different trade instead of just waiting in the same trade. And actually today I took only one trade, took only one today. And one is enough
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. I think you had a good BA trade. I wish I would have joined you.
I took it 3 times at zero, so you could join me.
No,
Free opportunities.
but I already chopped out on DKNG. I chopped down on Ride. I chopped down on Mavis, and then I realized, I already chopped out, and I don't want to take any more trade. And then I closed it, and in afternoon I came back, log in to prep for the interview, and I saw a space on my favorite
Yeah.
A setup, and I shorted there.
Yeah, but I think the daily chart of space is not that clear. So I don't know if this is the right day to short space.
Because now is very negative because I was thinking is extended. The market was at the time coming down. It was under the VWAP, and I found the right formation, so I just shot it. Yeah, otherwise, if he has over the VWAP, then I wouldn't have shot it. I allowed him at least to test twice before I shot it.
Yeah. Okay.
Emmanuel
So
also
I'm
had ready.
I'm ready when you are
So I'm
to the
ready. I'm
question
just
that you sent.
waiting. I can see, some of our friends join you. So I'm just waiting a couple of more minutes to so then we can start. We have a good audience to begin with.
Okay.
All right, everyone can hear Yogi. If they can hear Yogi, can you please just write yes? I think nobody responded, so not sure. Okay, so Jack say yes, so that's nice. All right, then we can start. So welcome Yogi for giving us a time. I'm so excited that you have joined us today, and I wanted to give this opportunity for everyone to ask the question because I also personally so inspired from your trading. I've learned so much every day from your recap, from your videos, from your lessons. And I like you because you do out of generosity. Uh, you know, even when I had a questions, you always available. You never ask, oh, you just pay me first, and then you will give me the answers. I mean, I like that about you. So, for that note, I wanted to, we will talk more about you. Why don't you just start? Where are you from? How long you've been trading, and what made you decide, that you want to trade and make the trading as a profession?
Okay, so first of all, thank you for these words. And I'm always trying to help other people in this field because I think this is maybe there are more fields than this, but I think this is the only field when if I'll help you, and even if you'll be better than me, and I have some students that passed me with profits. I can say honestly that some students making more money than I do in trading. I don't care about it because we are all in the same team, on the same side. So I'm glad to help. Uh, that's first. Second, I'm 30 years old and I'm trading for almost a decade. Actually, I started to invest a decade ago. I bought Apple, Google, Facebook, and waited to see what's happened. I made money in Apple. I lost money on. Sorry, I made money. My first trade was a green trade, which this is the worst thing ever. I made, I think, $1,200 in Google, and I felt, oh come on, that's easy. Then I invested in Apple and Facebook, and I lost twice than that. So I understand. Okay, I need to learn it if I want to do it. And then I contact Meir. Like I think a lot of people just met Meir on YouTube on some promotion, but I emailed Meir and he answered me. Hey Yogi, it's nice to meet you. I think the best way just buy the Market Whisperer and then we'll try to continue and come to my college and academy in Israel. So I bought a book. I read it. A great book. I think the Market Whisperer. Actually, I read it 3 times. It's a great book. I think this is a must read for every new trader and even for people that are trading for a few weeks and months. And it took me, I lost money in day trading. I lost money for the first 3 months. I lost almost $1,000 for my own capital. I'm trading today my own money, my own capital. Maybe it will change soon, but so far I'm trading my own capital. And I lost 1,000. That's a lot for a child, 21, 22 years old. And it took me, I think, 6 months to become break even. And then slowly, I started to make money, and I can't call it money. No, $160 a day, $40 a day, minus $50 a day. I just try to stay in the game. I think this is what helped me the most to become profitable trader is that I just waited, and I said, okay, this is not a sprint, this is a marathon. This is a marathon. So from now on, let's try to be green tomorrow. And I don't care about the money. I used to work full-time job in logistic, in grocery stores, just work full-time job, arrived home, opened the trading room and started to trade with $30, $40 risk for 1 year. And I just tried to be consistently profitable with small amounts. And I think in 2017, 4 years ago, I started to understand that the daily chart is the secret to become profitable. And then I started to increase my share size from $40 risk to 80 to 100. And then I started to trade without hard stop losses. I traded with hard stop losses for almost 5 years because sometimes the stock moved against me and that was painful and I couldn't stand the heat. And then I started to build my position, and then I started my momentum trading and my extended strategy. And since then, history. And this is where I'm today, trading with Tradenet. And that's it. I'm married. My wife is also working the capital markets in a big company. We have one daughter, 5 months old, and one dog, 4 years old. And like I said earlier, today I'm from Israel, but we are looking to move in the future, maybe to Switzerland, maybe to Greek, maybe to Switzerland, maybe to Canada.
That's so
That's it.
nice.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really like the way you said that, you stayed very small size for a long period just to. So, what would be the hardest part for you? The learning or mastering the strategy or psychology, or what was the hardest, or what was your biggest challenge while you were learning?
My biggest challenge, I'm the youngest from four brothers, and my wife support me. She was my girlfriend back at the time, but she support me like crazy. And I can say that I had some days that I went to sleep not crying, but with tears, really with tears, because I lost $200, and that was 1 day of salary in Israel. That means that I worked, let's say, sometimes 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day, and then I lost it in 40 minutes. Okay, so I don't want to say that I cried like hell, but I used to go to sleep thinking this is the right way. And I'm the youngest from four brothers. I'm the youngest from four brothers, and all of them with college degree and master degree. And my father, in one point, told me, "Listen, I will pay for your college. I will pay for your university. Just go and learn something useful instead of playing with these stocks." And I think that was really difficult when just at the beginning, he told me, try to go and learn something and then go back to stocks. And my girlfriend, today she's my wife, told me, listen, you gotta make it. If you said you're going to make it, just try again and again and again till you make it. Because in some trades you make money, right? So just try to make good trades and become profitable for the long run. And I used to show her my P&L every day. And sometimes she told me, wait a second, but you told me that after 3 stop losses, you'll stop trading. Why I can see 4 red trades? And I think she helped me the most. And if I can help you guys that watching me right now and listen to me right now, you need to find someone to believe in you, or maybe someone from this field that know what trading is all about, because most of the time the environment are not supporting in this field of stock market, day trading. Everyone is losing their money. This is gambling. But if you'll find someone that is knowing this field, is know how it's how difficult it is, so he will be able to help you in red days, and you can talk with them, and he will be able to keep you calm in a very green days. And I think this is what helped me the most, that I could count on my wife, and after this on my friends, that I started to work in Meir Barak College Academy in Israel, and that will help me the most.
I think
The
that's a
support
very
from
good
my
point. I
wife.
think you said that, having an accountability and someone, you who personally respect, you may disappoint yourself, but you don't want to disappoint your loved ones. And if your loved ones are supporting you in your journey, I think that is a wonderful thing can happen. Tell me more about, you said that for many number of years you put hard stops in the system. So would that be the time that those stop losses, because of the spike, that you lose more money? And how did you manage it, this journey of putting hard stops? Because people say, oh, you do it, but you be very careful, because if a market is volatile, just like what we face right now, it easily chop you, is easily spike you out. So how would you manage that, this hard stop losses thing?
I can give you a great example from today. For example, today, BA, I took BA for a long today, okay? And for a short, but if I would take BA for a long few years ago without any hard stop loss, that could be a $40 risk turn into $600 loss. And why is that? Because of its daily chart. So I think since at the moment that I found out, okay, the daily chart, this is what I need to follow, only the daily chart. And if I will take my trades based mostly on the daily chart, then I can work without any hard stop loss. And then before I started to work without any hard stop loss with $40 risk, I took $20 risk and let the stock move against me. double than my stop loss.
Mm.
That means that if I have 20-cent stop loss and I need to buy 200 shares, I bought 100 without any stop loss. Just, okay, so if the stock will move in again, will move with me, I'll take my first target after 1 to 2. But if the stock will move against me, I won't stop out. I won't stop out. I need to wait and I need to learn, because in every video of Meir Barak that I watch, he said, don't place out stop loss. It will spike you out. But I think since I started to rely more on the daily chart of the stock, I started to feel more comfortable with to work without any out stop losses. This is the time that I started to.
Mm. And I think you're right that, if you wanted to practice mentally that you are not respecting your stop loss and you are in a phase that you want to enforce in you, you're right. You make a wider stop losses, take a smaller position, and you put the stop loss that so that even the spiked, because spiked is always happen is also happen within the ranges. So it gonna never gonna spike you outside the channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you stay those channels, you have your clear resistance and support based on based on your criteria, and you just give a little bit more room, so there's a high likelihood that you won't be spiked out. And I agree that I also have a same problem. I'm not embarrassed to admit that sometimes I do let go my uh, s- transaction beyond my stop losses,
Mm-hmm.
but then I'll maybe and then I try to justify myself, oh, see, this is the higher resistance, you can go let go one more channel. But I guess the ideal thing is to, if you cannot do that, you reduce it and you can add back anytime.
Yeah.
But it's hard, and if you think that you are in the phase where you feel this is hard for you, then I think the Yogi has a very good suggestion that you implement the hard stop, so then you never go into that situation. Because if you again and again face the same situation, you will also consuming your mental energy and it will reduce your decision making for the next trade as well. So I agree. I think is a very good advice from Yogi.
Thank you.
So Yogi, tell us about your style. You said that you more focus on the daily, right? So tell us more about your style, and does its style changed over the years, or maybe last few years, or is still the same in the constant way, the way you trade?
Okay, so I started my main strategy was momentum, actually. Okay, I traded momentum stocks, and I think since 2018 I moved to extended stocks, and I'm changing. And I think for the last few months I'm starting to take a lot of short squeeze trades. So I'm moving all over my trades every day when I'm finished my trading day. I'm just moving all over my trades, and I'm asking myself, okay, let's take a look on this trade. Could I manage it better? That was a good trade. Would I take it again? And recently, my short squeeze trades are very good. But I think for the last 4 years almost, I'm working with the extended strategy. It works both ways, up and down. But for the first 4 years, I traded only momentum stocks. And actually, this is what I'm doing today. I'm preparing momentum, extended, short squeeze, and the big movers that I'm posting every day in the trading room. Most of the time that I'm following those stocks, but most of the time I'm not trading those stocks. So today I think it will be 50% extended, 25% momentum, and 25% short squeeze.
Mhm. So what advice you wanted to give it to, the young traders who are listening to you, whether they should focus on few stocks in the morning for the opening drive, or they should focus on either the momentum strategy, you know, or they can look around all the strategies and they can then decide whether based on the stock movement in the market movement they can decide, or you suggest that they should focus on one particular stock, one strategy until they master that.
Okay, that's a good question. I think no one can say what's the best strategy you have, right? If you're just starting to trade, you can't say, okay, I'm good at that and I'm bad at that. No, because you just started to trade. So my advice is to trade with us in the room, in Tradenet, trading room, and try to follow all of the analysts and take some trades. And after a few weeks, you can go all over your trades and ask yourself, okay, when I'm taking breakouts, when I'm taking short squeeze, when I'm taking reversals, when I'm taking momentum, when I'm taking, when I'm buying a support, when I'm selling a resistance, what I feel much the comfortable with. Where can I say, okay, I'm in this trade and I'm relaxed right now? Because when I started to trade with Meir and Danny and Scott as a student a few years ago, I just followed them all and took many of their trades, but I said, you know what, when I'm trading with Meir, well, my heart beats like insane. But when I'm trading with Danny, reversals, that's nice. That's nice, some good reversals. And when I'm trading with Scott, that is taking a breakdown sometimes, that works also. And then I started to say, okay, this is what I feel much more comfortable with. And after all of this, I have all this knowledge and all this experience, then I started to work on my own strategy. But you must try before, you must try everything before you say, okay, this is what I feel will work best for me. So at the opening, just try to watch our trades in Tradenet and think, wait a second, why Yogi is short in BA if BA is gapping up 4%? Why Yogi is short in BA? Let's see the daily chart. Let's see what is watching on, why Meir took Tesla for a long if it's red. And I think after a few weeks or months, you will become much more, you will see with different eyes our trades, and you will start to acknowledge strategy that you will find it best for you.
Yeah, I think this is a good advice that in the initial learning phase, you should explore everything because you never know what is even your personalities, right? So, for instance, is your personality too aggressive and, you have no patience and you wanted to quickly take partial? So maybe the mayor is the way to go, right? But then if you are a bit more patient, you want your trade to develop, you don't push things, maybe the Michael strategy is your strategy. So it depends, what's your own personal characteristics. I always feel like that, sometimes people try to mimic others, and you do that because in the initial phase you need to do that. But try to see that don't change your personality with your trading style. Rather, adopt the trading style which suits your personality.
Exactly.
And that's the way you're gonna mingle both of the things and you're gonna be more successful. So, tell us about the platform you use because, most of the people, sometimes they say, CFD is a difficult platform because you lose so much in spread. I think you use the Colmex, which is a CFD platform. Tell us about the platform, what you use, and why do you think the CFD is a good platform?
Well, I'm trading Colmex Pro equities account, and maybe I will start to trade in CFD's account that Tradenet will provide me. But my dream is to trade CFDs because sometimes when I'm trading with equities, I have a very bad execution. I want to buy a stock above a certain price. I can't. I need to enter the stock before it moved above the certain price. I think Meir talked about it a few days in the room. You need liquidity. You have slippages, and sometimes you don't have any buyer or sellers in the next level two, and you need the all quantities because if I want to buy 2,000 shares, I can't. Well, if I trade in AMD or MU or Peloton or Tesla for 200 shares, I will get my full share size easy. But in CFDs, you can short IPOs, which is the best thing ever. You can use leverage, 1 to 20, I think. And sometimes in red days when the market is moving down 5%, when it happened when the COVID-19 started, then in equities account, you can't make shorts. It's blocked. So today I'm trading my own capital in Colmex. I have two accounts in Colmex. I have one big account in an Israeli investment firm when I buy in ETFs. And I hope that soon I will start to trade CFDs with Tradenet. They will provide me some account. And that's it, because CFDs is the best. I think I will try to trade much more with big share size and to take more risk, because then I know that I won't stay in a stock. For example, I traded, I think, an IPO a few months ago with 1,000 shares, and my stop loss was 42.20,
Mm.
and I stopped out 38. I lost almost 4K because that was equities and that was a fresh IPO, and no one wants to buy the stock that I wanted to sell.
Mm.
So that was a big loss for me, only because I traded equities.
Equities, yeah. So you tell us about how do you prepare, you do your morning prep days where you share your watch list, you help other people to prepare as well. So what is your own preparation, style? Do you prep with the same time when you are guiding others, or you do some homework before, you look at the, night before the chart? So what is your overall preparation style? Tell us more about that.
Well, actually, Spotify Premium, placing my Yogi's playlist. I'm opening Finviz, IPO Scoop, Earnings Street, I think Yao Finance, and I'm just reading a lot about from different sites, and I'm watching so many charts. I'm watching the momentum scanner, the short squeeze scanner, the IPO Scoop, and I'm looking for opportunities. I'm moving all over my watch list, with the mouse. Like I can scan 50 stocks, even more, 70 stocks in 2 minutes until I can see, oh, that looks nice. Okay, let's write it down. For example, CPNG. This is an IPO from last week, and I think tomorrow we're going to see it bouncing. And I saw it in my IPO watch list, so I think tomorrow we have another extended stock or another opportunity for trade. CPNG. I'm just writing down, sometimes in my cell phone, sometimes on my computer if I'm in front of the computer. And as you're familiar with me at Zeros, you already know that most of the time I'm trading the same stocks. I'm going back to SunPower, to Space, to PLTR, to FSLY, to Peloton, to Tesla, to what else? To Boeing, because every time we have a different price formation in different stocks. So I'm just moving from one to another when the daily chart fits my strategies.
Awesome. Okay. So guys, please feel free to raise any questions as you have. We can ask at this point to him as well. Tell us more about, what's the advice you want to give it to the new trader, how they can stay focused. We have some discuss about it that, with the low risk, for makes ask someone to be accountable for you, so then you are answerable, you can see what you are working on. If you breaking the rules, someone can be your risk manager as well. So tell us more about that, what advice you want to give it to all the new traders, that how they can stay focused and get over with all these challenges.
Well, I think they need to focus. And when I started to trade, I opened the top 20 and the gainers and losers, and I traded so many stocks every day, different stocks, different styles, bought and sold like crazy, tried to take all the trades from the trading room. And a few years ago, a student of mine asked me, Yogi, why can I trade only AMD and MU, for example? Can I trade only AMD? And I will learn this stock. And I told them, no, we need to, we have every day, we have new opportunities. But today, I think if you're a new trader, just write down stocks that you think that you know how to trade. Like, well, first place, you don't know how. So you need to trade, like I said earlier, 2 weeks with a trading room or with a friend, or to follow some charts and to write down, okay, today I saw that Fubo is trading at 35. I think the stock will move up. Let's see in a week what will be the price, and start to follow some stocks. And then you need to trade the same stocks and just to expand your list every few days. Okay, for example, I added the Bumble, BMBL, traded it 3 times. All of them were winners. Okay, thanks you, Bumble. Welcome to my watch list. I traded you and I make money. I made money on you 3 times in a row. Welcome to my watch list. Then sometimes I'm removing stocks from my watch, like NNDM, like GEVO. I lost 5 times in a row in these stocks. So I remove them from my list. And you just need to refresh your lists every few days. And that's how you want to be. You won't look at the top 20 and try to look for the next trade, for the next best trade. You just move all over your watch lists and follow stocks that you're already familiar with.
Yeah, and I think that is a really good advice, that you stay focused, do not increase your risk in a way that if there is any unfamiliar stock, even in today's, you've heard from Mayor as well. Mayor was saying that Ebony was a ticker. He said, I never heard about it, I never traded it. So if it's a new stock, you never heard about it or you never traded, it's always good to be cautious, because you never know, every stock has a character, and if you're not familiar with the character, you might chop around, it may be lazy, or it doesn't follow many. And it's also the reason, if it's a new, maybe many professional traders are not following that, because is not the one which they recognize. So it's a good advice. I think I liked it. Tell us more about, how do you manage your very red days or very green days, and because both have a im- have an impact on your next day. If you have a very green day, you might be in excitement, and you think that yes, you nailed the market, and that is the way it's going to continue every day. And if you have a very red day, it impact your confidence. So how would you do that? And tell us this, and also include that, for the very red day, how would you avoid uh, the circumstances to reach to that level that your normal red day become your very red day? So incorporate that as well, and tell us more about this.
Okay, so I think when I started, and this is not a joke, since I started to read about philosophy and since I started to watch the stars, I started to realize that everything is meaningless and we're just playing around. And in 100 years from now, or me and all my relatives and all my family and all the people that I'm familiar with, in 100 years, and I'm optimistic in less than that, everyone will gone, right? We're all here for very short time, and let's just try to have fun, to enjoy it, and just try to, okay, I lost today 2 trades. Okay, I'll stop trading. That's enough. That's okay. The money is nothing. This is just paper. This is just paper. Tomorrow is a new day. Let's go and watch read a book about Nietzsche, read a book about philosophy, about dreams, about, I just bought the new book of Bill Gates, the next climate change and how can we uh, work on it. And I'm taking it easy. People are thinking, oh my God, what's going on? And every time that my wife tell me, oh, you won't believe it, we need to pay another extra $50 on something we order in Amazon because, oh, this is so annoying. I'm telling her, wait a second, let me see outside. No, the sun is still shining. No one cares about it. No one cares about it, and everything is great. We need to thank every day for everything, and I need to say thank that I can lose $2,500 a day and still can go to sleep in a warm bed, in a warm family, and to get up and I have food in my refrigerator. And after a very green day, I can say, okay, tomorrow is a new day. I can say I made money. I made money yesterday, so come on, respect me, guys. No, every day when I'm starting to trade, every day I'm starting from scratch. I'm not. I don't say, hey, but I made so much money so far, so respect me. Take my trade. No, every day I'm starting from scratch. That's how I stay focused. That's how I stay sharp. And if I'm losing, that's okay. And at zeros, it was so difficult for me when I started because I'm a competitive guy. So only since I started to understand, come on, take it easy. No one cares about it. It's only numbers. It's only paper. It's only numbers on the screen. I started to accept my losing days, to accept my wet days. And that's it. That's how
Yeah,
I control my days.
I think, yeah, you're right. I mean, if you take it one day at a time, and something is not working, right? And that's the way if you treat it, you might not go into the wrong direction as well. So, yeah, I guess I agree with you. So, any uh, last words you want to share? And guys, if you have any question, you can list down now. I can ask any last words you want to share before we close out. And I think it was a very insightful interview. You shared a lot of good tips. So tell us more about uh, before we end, and any last advice, last words you want to share with us.
Well, I can say that don't give up, guys. It's worth it. And I think after 2 years, after 2 years, I started to make money. Not that huge money, but I started to make profits. And then I showed my father, hey, you see now I'm making money. Not like my big brother, the engineering, but I'm still making money. And I don't have any degree. Never went to college, only high school. And everyone said, why you don't have any degree? Yeah, I'm just watching the charts, trading all day. That's enough for me. Reading books, going to lectures every day about philosophy, dreams, about quantum physics, about astronomy observation, about anything. And I can say today that it's worth it, really, because today I can live from trading, and this is the best thing ever. I can travel, I can buy stuff. I feel much more secure that I know how to handle by myself today. And after a decade in Wall Street, I can say it's worth it. Don't give up. Eventually, it will gather all around, and everything will fit, and you'll make it.
Awesome. All right. So, at that note, so someone is asking that how do you track trades using Excel or any other software? How you journal your trades?
Okay, so today I'm not working with Excel, but I used to work with my trading journal, and I watched my statistics and watch my trades and follow my trade. What would happen if I manage this trade different? And then I export after a few months or year, I export my P&L every few months from the MTS of Colmex, and I can see what works best for me and which stocks I'm making money on and what stocks I'm losing money on. But today, I'm just asking myself every day when I'm finished the trading day, okay, let's talk, Yogi, about today's trades. Let's talk about BA. Okay, that was a good trade, good trade management. That was great. Let's talk about GEVO. Okay, Yogi, this is the third day in a row that you're losing money in GEVO. Come on, be honest. That's it. No more GEVO for you, because if you were your own student, you will say, hey, Yogi, stop trading GEVO. You don't know how to trade it. You're losing money for the third day in a row. So from tomorrow, no more GEVO, even if GEVO will look amazing for a loan. Stop trading it. So today I'm doing it daily, and I'm not going all over my last few months, because I already got it. I already got it, and I know what I'm doing. So I don't need to check myself every few weeks. I'm doing a daily checks every day, and I'm honest with myself. That's the important part.
I think that is the very nice advice. Someone is asking that how many accounts did you blow before you become a profitable?
Actually, my first one, I didn't lost it. I didn't lost it. I lost almost half of it, a little bit less than half of it, but I didn't blow any account, because it's not like a trader that you receive funded accounts. I trade my own money, and when you trade your own capital, the leverage is kind of small. If the account is moving under 24, 2600 or 2000, so if you have 2000, you can trade, I think, with 1 to 4, and no leverage overnight, so you can take some swings like 20 shares, 50 shares. But I didn't blow any account yet.
That's so nice. I mean, that's the ideal thing that you learn the trading without blowing up.
Yeah, but listen, if I could trade with the funded accounts of Tradenet, I would do it, and I probably would blow up some accounts for sure, because you can pay like 500 and you can receive an account of 1,400. I think this 14,000. This is the best educational thing that you can have, and it's restricted in Israel, so I can't
Mm.
trade these packages. But that's amazing that you can pay a few hundred of dollars and accept and receive. That's a huge account, because I think the learning process is much faster than trading $2,000 from your own capital. And it took me like 8 months. Okay, now I'm break even. Let's start to make $50 a day. So I think it's okay to blow up accounts. It's okay. It's a great thing. That's okay. When a little boy learn how to walk, he's falling every few steps. That's okay. Just keep on stand up and keep moving forward. Don't stand on the floor. Oh, I blow my account. Yeah, they told me it's gambling. Oh, come on. No, stand up, try again until you manage to walk, move forward.
I think I agree. Yeah, you just need to even even the TFS platform, and I really say that is an excellent the platform, the education package, and everything. And it's up to you. I mean, nobody is saying to you that you are take a student package and you take thousands of shares. No, nobody's asking you to do that. Still, you go to the student package, but you can still be having 100 shares, 150 shares, 20 shares. Nobody's asking you to take your size up. This is your own discretion. So what is more important is that this is not your capital. You're just paying a bit. You're getting a free education, and also you're getting those packages, those funded accounts, and you can make money, but don't size up, right? Nobody's asking you to size up, because if you're not ready, then you're not ready.
Exactly.
So I think I'm very happy, and thank you very much, Yogi, again, that you joined us on my channel, and
Of course.
provided a wonderful, insightful, your own learning experience and the knowledge. So I would greatly appreciate for that. Thank you
Thank you
very
for
much,
having me
guys.
at Zeros, and I'll see you